This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 379 of the Stable Scoop Radio Show, Healthy Critters and Wild Barns. Please support our sponsors as they make this show possible.
Our sponsors this week are WeatherBeeta and HorseLovers.com. We get an update on the award-winning show Wild About Barns, and we welcome a new show to the Horse Radio Network called Healthy Critters Radio. Plus, a couple of our auditors stopped by to challenge Helena in a little game of Thanksgiving trivia. All coming up on today's show. First ever 12-hour live Horse Radio Network Radiothon by WeatherBeeta and HorseLovers.com is coming fast on Cyber Monday, November 30th, 2015, starting at 9 a.m., running through 9 p.m. Eastern. A full day of holiday fun, unbelievable guests, prizes, and you. Click on the banner at HorseRadioNetwork.com and learn how you can be part of it.
Christmas and hoping that you're warm and home and safe, surrounded by your herd, singing peace on earth and happy ye holidays.
Woohoo, Helena! We are just a little over a week away from the Radiothon.
I know, that's going to be my favorite Horse Radio Network episode ever of all time.
Well, we'll find out. I'm getting a little worried now because it's 12 hours live, and we've never done over 3 hours live. So
you're going to be tired, and you're going to need lots to drink to keep your mouth all moist. And...
I know. I'm going to have these stocked up, and Jennifer already said, well, Helene or Dr. Wendy's coming up, and we're expecting some other guests that day. We have to have party platters, so she's planning a party. And I've given everybody this permission, including the listeners, to start drinking eggnogs at 9 a.m. So you all should be good to go.
I wonder, what are you going to do to keep your butt from falling asleep?
I know. Well, that's why Dr. Wendy is here. So hopefully I can get a 10, 15-minute break here or there throughout the day.
Okay.
And so that's why she so kindly, graciously offered to come up and help out all day. So
10 to 15 minutes is an eternity on radio.
I know. Well, that's why Dr. Wendy's going to be here. She's good. She'll help out.
If anybody can cover you for that long, it's Dr. Wendy.
And you know what? We're going to have all you hosts there all day long too. So it's not like it's just going to be Wendy and I all day. It's going to be you guys all day. We have 20 hosts participating. So
look. I'm not about giving you extra pressure or other things to stress about. So what that your equipment is going to be running for 12 hours straight? No big deal.
Yeah, right,
so what
exactly.
that everything has to be lined up perfectly, one right after the other, like dominoes, so that they all fall into place perfectly. That's not pressure.
No.
So what that things go wrong, internet goes down, you live in Florida, there could be a storm.
We are taking that into consideration, that we have my brother's place as a backup in case our internet goes down and he's only like a mile away. So we're hoping
Forget that you have a major sponsor who's really going to be expecting the show to go off
WeatherBeeta.com and HorseLovers.com.
For two major sponsors, that is not your problem. That's not an issue.
No worries at all.
No, you're good.
Well, we do appreciate our sponsors, WeatherBeeta and HorseLovers.com, for sponsoring, and we're going to be giving away $3,000 worth of stuff. And I got to admit, our Stable Scoop listeners are a little behind. One of the ways that you can be qualified for the $3,000 in prizes is to send us a voicemail ahead of time, either record it on your phone or just call our voicemail line, which is on the Radiothon website, and we'll tell you how to find that. But all you need to do is or call us live that day, and you're qualified and in the drawings for the over $3,000 in prizes. So I have only gotten a couple from the Stable Scoop listeners. So we need them to get more involved here and actually send us some voicemails.
Okay.
They can be simple.
We have a lot of overlap,
Yeah, we do.
We've got a lot of Scoop listeners who are Hit 'em listeners and Driving Radio Show listeners.
But we need you just to send them in, and they can be as simple as just wishing Helene and I a Merry Christmas and your friends and family a Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah. We've gotten a Hanukkah one or two in now that have been kind of funny. So it can be any of that, as simple as that, or you can go for the gusto, write a song or sing a holiday favorite. We don't care. Write a poem, whatever creative thing you come up with. We've gotten some really clever ones in. So that's how you can participate. Just go to stablescoop.com or horseradionetwork.com and click on the Radiothon banner in the beginning of the page. What you do need to know is Helena will be joining us for an hour, and we'll have the Stable Scoop hour at noon on November 30th. It's Cyber Monday. So at noontime, Helena's stopping by. One of our special guests already booked is Templeton Thompson.
Yay!
And she'll be stopping by. You know, you can't be a party without Tempe, so she'll be here. And then we have some other guests that we're booking for that hour, so join us then. That should be a lot of fun. And, of course, we want you to call in live that day, too, and tell us about your favorite horsey holiday memory. That's the theme of the day, and that qualifies you for the prizes. Do you want to hear about some of the prizes?
I do.
We
even
have
though I
them
don't get
all
any.
done on the Radiothon webpage now, and there's a lot. We have Benefabs. There's a grand prize at the end of the day that somebody's going to win all four of these things. A Benefab, a Rejuvenate Smart Scrim sheet worth $350. That's one of the ceramic ones. 2 half gallons of Store No More liniment and gelatin for worth almost $200. A $270 pair of Dublin Lifestyle boots. The really fancy ones, you know, like the country boots. And a $229 Weatherbeater Freestyle 1200 denier medium blanket. One person is going to win all those prizes as the grand prize at the end of the day. And then all day long, we have Total Saddle Fit, giving away shoulder relief girths. We have the Horse and Hunk calendars.
Ooh,
for all you ladies.
That's a good one.
I
might call in and pretend to be a listener just to win that.
We have...
that and the shoulder relief girth.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with those two
You'll
things.
be happy with the next one, too. We are giving away 5 pairs, and this is $500 worth, of Cavallo ELB hoof boots that day. So Cavallo boots, 5 pairs of those. Boy Oh Boy Bridal Works with some very fancy belts. They're giving away, and brow bands. We have on our show, on our 12 o'clock Stable Scoop, we're giving away a pair of the Smooth Stride riding jeans that you love and Jennifer loves, worth $120. We have saddle pads. We have farm signs. We have halters, rider sleeves. We've got books. We've got Absorbine prize packs. All kinds of stuff all day long. And as I said, that's over $3,000 in value. So you definitely want to participate either by sending a voicemail or calling in live that day. We want to hear from our listeners. More than just prizes, we want to talk to you. So definitely give us a call. And all the details, phone numbers, everything are on the website. Just check it out. Follow any one of our websites, and you'll see the link for the Radiothon site. Can we mention one other quick thing before we get into the show?
Oh, gosh, yes.
And we want to thank WeatherBeeta, and HorseLovers.com is sponsoring the, we'll hear from them a little bit later on, but they're actually sponsoring the voicemail line, but WeatherBeeta is the title sponsor of the whole thing. So we do appreciate WeatherBeeta, giving their support, and you'll hear about them, more about them on the Radiothon segment. And next week, we'll be recording our equestrian collection special on things that you can buy for the holidays for gifts. So our gift buying guide is next week. Now, we had the opportunity yesterday to get one of the big interviews that we've had here on the Horse Radio Network, and that was George Morris. We got to interview him on the Horses in the Morning show. If you missed that, go ahead over to Horses in the Morning, and you'll find it on Wednesday's show. It was very interesting. We got George talking about his history and his past. I thought Jamie did a great job with the interview, and it wasn't about training. This was about George. So Jennifer worked 9 months to get this interview set up, and it was very interesting. And I think a couple of things he says are going to surprise you, even for George Morris. So you have to definitely take a listen to that. And then we're going to hear about all other kinds of things going on at the Horse Radio Network, including, right after this word from HorseLovers.com, we have a new show coming up on the Horse Radio Network. Do you want to hear about that, Helena?
I do, because I've heard a teeny bit about it, but Leak
I've
it.
kept you
Leak
in
it.
the dark. We're going to talk to Tigger Montague coming up. She is the founder of BioStar US and has a new show coming out called Healthy Critters Radio. Well, Helena, obviously shopping for horse stuff is always a lot of fun, but especially at the holidays. And we want to direct you to horselovers.com. They have a sweepstakes going on right now, plus a lot of holiday stuff coming up to help you in with all of your shopping needs, whether you're shopping for friends or family or people in your barn or your coach, whoever it happens to be. Horselovers.com and equestriancollections.com are the two companies that can make that happen. Right now, they're doing a Disney giveaway sweepstakes. You sign up and a winner has the chance to head to Disney World and do all the horsey stuff at Disney World that we got to do recently in our visit. You can ride horses, carriage rides, the whole thing. This is an equestrian package to Disney World. You can find out all the details by going to horselovers.com/sweeps. It's easy to sign up, and you'll want to do that today. Also, they have coming up a holiday shopping guide that you'll see in the November issues of all the AIM magazines. You'll see starting very shortly, and we'll let you know about it, the 45 Days of Christmas Deal of the Day Countdown Calendar. Deals, deals, and more deals for a great shopping experience. They also have their ordinary daily flash sales that happen at horselovers.com. You'll see a link to it on the homepage. Every day is a holiday. One product, 24 hours. Amazing prices while supplies last, so get them early and often. That's going on right now. Plus, they'll have lots of great brands and all kinds of things going on for the holidays. Head on over to horselovers.com for all of your holiday shopping needs. And stay tuned next week as we bring you the Gift Buyer's Guide with our friends and the sister company to Horse Lovers, equestriancollections.com. Well, hi, Tigger. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Glenn.
It's so good to have you on, and welcome to you as the newest host of the Horse Radio Network.
I know. I'm so excited. It's like a whole new career.
It is for you, yeah. And you have a partner who's not with us today.
A partner in crime.
But and she has to be the funniest dressage rider I've ever heard, by the way.
Absolutely. I think if she wasn't a dressage rider, she would have had a great career as a stand-up comedian.
She is really funny. She really is. You guys are doing the show, Healthy Critters Radio, like I said in the introduction. We have one episode out so far, so that the first episode is out that everybody can go listen to at healthycrittersradio.com. And for the first time in the Horse Radio Network, this show is not just about horses.
Nope. It's about dogs and cats and llamas and sheep and chickens and every critter you can think of.
And we're calling it Healthy Critters Radio because it really does focus on the health of the critter.
Yes.
I love the fact that it's about the other things because all of us horse people have, I can't tell you how many of our listeners have chickens. A ton of our listeners have chickens. Everybody has cats and dogs.
Yes.
So, and we've really kind of ignored that over the years. We've done episodes on it, but we've never really focused on it. So I'm glad that somebody is.
Yeah, and I think wildlife needs to be included, mostly because they're just so interesting.
That is a great point, too, because those of us who have farms and live with large animals very often come into contact with wildlife, more so than our suburban friends, because, they'll visit in the suburbs, but they want to come and hang out for a while, watch a movie when you live out here in farmland. So knowing what to do with them and how to interact with them so that everybody stays healthy is a really good topic. I will for sure be tuning in for that segment.
Oh, excellent.
And tell us a little bit about the content on the show.
Well, we are unique in that we do have a talking Pomeranian.
Yes, a Pomeranian doggy. I used to have a Pika-Pom, so I got to be honest, when
Oh my God, you guys and your crazy dogs.
I used to have a Pika-Pom. I think he was an accident, actually. It wasn't intentional.
It was an accident.
It was an accident. Yeah. So now I used to have one. So when you said you were going to have a talking Pomeranian on the show that was going to answer listener questions, I was concerned because this little dog was a pain in the ass. So I got to tell you that when I first heard the segment, I just cracked up. As a matter of fact, I left the studio and Jennifer said, "What were you laughing at?" This Pomeranian has an attitude.
Oh, totally. Yeah, this Pomeranian is running for president. So
Yes.
we can't forget her presidential campaign, which will come into Healthy Critters every once in a while. But she also has some very profound feelings and impressions on being a dog in a human world.
Yes, she does.
You can't approach anything having to do with animals without a good sense of humor. And if you have a Pomeranian who also has a sense of humor, I think we're going to learn some stuff here. I think we're going to learn a lot.
His name or her name is Hedwig.
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 Of course it is. Of course it is.
Isn't that perfect? So
Tigger,
Hedwig has her own Facebook page. Hedwig.
Yes, she does.
Is
Ask
she
Hedwig.
really?
Ask
All right, here we
Hedwig.
go.
Yeah,
Here we
Ask
go.
Hedwig is what it is.
Signing up right now.
And then you do a segment because you're part of BioStar US, which is a Whole Foods company for for all animals actually.
Well, no, only for horses and dogs. Whether we get into chickens and llamas and sheep, I'll let you know.
Okay, you let me know when you do. But you do a segment on nutrition, which is very interesting.
Yeah, I think it's important in having a radio show that we, as much fun as we have, and for Patty and I, we've only done, one show with another one just in the can. It's so much fun to be with somebody that you really get along with and get to talk about your favorite subjects, which are animals. But I think it's important for people to be able to have access to really concise nutritional information because there is so much misinformation out there.
And you do a great job with that. You really, really do. And you make it easy. If I understand it, anybody can. So that's my gauge, and
You want to call the segment Nutrition for Dummies?
yeah, well, that would be me. And I get it. I mean, I understood it. So that's good. And
That's a big deal.
It is.
Glenn gets bored easily. Actually, most of us get bored easily. So if you can keep him entertained and informed, that's quite
I also think
accomplishment.
the whole subject of nutrition, the word nutrition, immediately everyone goes, oh my God, this is way over my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some geeks out there who can make it a little bit, who can just deliver it in its full complicated mess. I'm like, just give me a bag, put a label on
Right.
it. Tell me how many bags a day do I need to put this in front of my horse?
I'll tell you how informative this is. The first segment on nutrition in the first episode, which you can listen to at healthycrittersradio.com, and it will be on our app here shortly. It's on iTunes and all that. But the first segment was on hemp for horses.
Perfect.
Because it's not just for smoking anymore.
Too bad. So, Tigger, how did you decide to come up? What was it that motivated you or inspired you to come up with, tell me again the name? It's Healthy Critters.
Healthy Critters Radio.
Healthy Critters Radio. What made you decide to say, yeah, we got to get some information out here? And of course, it's always fun, but what made you finally decide to pull the trigger, Tigger?
I had done some spots for another show on Horse Radio, and I really enjoyed it. And when that particular show was going to go into hiatus for a while, I thought, this might be a really fun thing to do. And I'm one of those people that really likes to stretch myself. So getting into a whole new area of communication was very exciting to me. And I love the whole concept of podcasting. I think it's the future. So I'm loving this experience, and that's why I call Glenn up and say, "Yo, Glenn, what do you think of this idea?"
And
Aha.
I
Glenn was like,
yes.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Come join us.
Well, he was until I said, and then we're going to have a talking Pomeranian.
Yeah, that got me a little bit. I did it. But that's only because my experience with Pomeranians. You guys did a segment, it would be in episode 2 that we recorded the other night. And Helena, you're going to love this.
Okay.
Her and Patty each selected the dog breed that they thought would best fit the presidential candidates. And it was hilarious. They came up with the perfect dog breeds to fit. So if you're wondering if Donald Trump was a dog breed, what he would be, or Hillary, they came up with the perfect ones. They really did. It was really kind of funny. I actually want to put a meme together that puts the two side by side. You know,
that would be
the candidate
so cool.
and
Did
the
Patty
dog.
send you hers?
Yeah, she did. So I want to get pictures of the two and put them side by side with our pics of the dog breeds. So
Yeah, I think laughter is such a profoundly important human experience, and it lightens the load. And the way things are in the world right now, having something to laugh about, it lifts your spirit. It really can change your metabolism. And I often walk into barns, and the horses, it's very quiet, which is very nice, or it can be really noisy, but there's this lack of joyousness. And the horses really pick up on that. You know, if you walk into a barn and you're smiling and laughing, and the horses go, "Oh, I like this energy a lot."
You know, we talked about that on the show here, Helena, that when you walk in a barn, you immediately get a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
don't you? Every barn you walk into, you get a feeling. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not good. But
Right.
you do
And
get
the
a
horses
feeling.
are so sensitive to it. You know, barn drama is, in my opinion, one of the sources of stress and ulcers in horses, is that the humans just get so...
And the people.
Well, yes.
And people, yeah. No, she's right. You know, that vibrational energy that you put out subconsciously. I mean, you take one Monty Roberts class and you figure this stuff out really quick, just how powerful your energy is. I mean, so many of us go around, we have no idea what we're emitting. But you walk into a barn, and a lot of times those horses are their behavior is a direct reflection of the energy that comes from the alpha mare, which is usually a 30 or 40 something year old trainer who, works with 13-year-olds and acts like a 13-year-old. Sorry. Rant over. It happens though, right?
But what would be a really good antidote to those situations is horse radio. To be able to have...
No, wait a minute. We do a very serious show here at Stable Scoop.
Right.
There's no
Talk
laughter.
about acting like 13-year-olds.
Yeah, there's no laughter here. We don't permit that on this show.
But just imagine what it would be like to, for that kind of energy to be pouring through a barn in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you, and thank you so much for joining the Horse Radio Network. It's healthycrittersradio.com. As I said, it's on iTunes. You can just search for it. And also, if you listen through our app, it'll be up there in the next week or so. The app developer is submitting it now. Has to get approved, and then it'll be up. You can also listen to it online, either at horseradionetwork.com or healthycrittersradio.com. Episode 1 is there. Give it a try.
Woohoo!
Thanks, Tigger.
Hey, thanks, Glenn.
Bye.
Oh, biostarus.com.
Oh, yeah, biostarus.com is the company that we were talking
Sponsor.
about. Yes, BioStar
See, we always forget the business part.
I know.
We do the fun, chatty part, and then we're like, oh, wait, we have livelihoods. And
They do have
businesses.
some.
Glad I remembered.
They do have some terrific products, too. biostarus.com. Well, yesterday, Helena, they had to do this because they were traveling to New York City today. I had an opportunity to catch up with Pamela Kettle, whose name you might recognize, and Ariel Coaster. They are from Wild About Barns, and that's the TV show on Ride TV. Well, now it's the award-winning Wild About Barns, and they're heading to New York City for the Equus Film Festival because they're up for a bunch more awards.
Good stuff they got going on there.
They do, and it's a lot of fun. It's a good show. So I had an opportunity to catch up with them and get an update. They had been on our show about a year ago. So let's talk to Pamela and Ariel. Well, hi, Pamela and Ariel. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Glenn. Thank you. We're pleased to be back with you.
It's been about a year.
Yes, thanks for having us.
It's been about a year since we talked to you guys, and your name came up in conversation a couple of weeks ago when we had the organizers of the Equus Film Festival that's coming up in New York City on, and one of the shows that we talked about was Wild About Barns. So,
Awesome.
So people are talking about you. That's always good.
Yes, very like that.
So now you guys have come a long way since we talked last. When we talked last, Ride TV wasn't really anywhere except online. That was the only place you could find Ride TV. And now tell us, Ride TV is going big time now.
Well, yes, Glenn. Ride TV is becoming a full-fledged network now. We recently they signed a deal with Dish Network, so we're on Dish Network currently on channel 248, which is part of the Heartland package. And so we're in over 4 million homes right now, and we hope to keep growing within their consumer base there. So we're real excited about that, and I know Ride is too. So there's lots of good things going on there. And then also, Glenn, we recently signed a deal with the Rural Channel.
Oh, that's in Canada.
In Canada.
Yeah.
So we started airing in Canada on October 24th, and now we're really reaching out to our Canadian fan base, and so far everybody's really happy with it.
Isn't it fun when you do all this work and you put it all together, and in the early episodes, in your case, or us 8 years ago when we just first started, there was nobody listening, but it's a lot more rewarding when you know there's actually people watching now.
Absolutely. You get a little fearful in the beginning. You're like, oh gosh, all this hard work, is it really going to pay off? And when it starts to pay off, yeah, you feel really blessed, and you feel like all your hard work is worth it.
And I do not envy you guys putting TV together. It is so much more difficult. The whole audio or video thing is so much more difficult than audio, and I just admire anybody that can do that and make it work. So good on you guys.
Oh, well, thank you, Glenn. Yeah, well, video's been my world for the last 30-odd years, and I really love it. I love telling stories. The thing I love most about Wild About Barns is getting to tell the unique stories of the barn and the people who built it and the people who lived there and the animals that they kept in there and how they sustained their families. We have an equine, base, but we also cover all different kinds of barns, historic backyard show barns. So that's actually the shooting part of it is kind of our favorite time. Wouldn't you agree, Ariel?
Yes, I think a lot of the fans and followers really like it just because there's so much variety there, and it's not just seeing barns, it's seeing the horses in those barns and the different disciplines in the horse industry and all the different people, and so the show has such a wide variety to it that it really encompasses the whole horse industry, and so it makes it so appealing to people.
Well, too, it has the voyeuristic thing going for it, right? Because what horse person doesn't want to look at anybody else's barn?
Absolutely.
It's kind of got that little thing going on, which is something that horse people are especially attuned to.
Absolutely. I mean, that's why I started the series. I combine my two loves, barns and horses, and whenever you go to someone's house and they've got a beautiful house, I'm always like, oh, well, can I go look at that beautiful barn first?
That's the horse person coming out. Now, you guys, I want to talk more about the show with you, especially Ariel. I have some questions for you, but let's first talk about the Equus Film Festival. You guys actually, I can say, are award-winning now.
Yay!
Yes, we are. Ride actually entered us into the Equus International Film Festival, which was held in Montana in September, and we walked away from that festival with the Best TV Show award and the Merit for Creative Presentation. So that was really wonderful because, it showed that our production value is high, the stories are high, the storytelling is, at the best that it can be. And so we were really thrilled by walking away from there. And we hope that we'll take the same categories at the Equus Film Festival coming up in New York City. We leave tomorrow. Myself, Alyssa McCarthy Parker is our social media director, and Ariel Coaster is one of our hosts. And we're all three going up to New York tomorrow to attend the festival and meet with everybody. They've got a great lineup of horse films and TV shows and vignettes, and we're real excited just to get up there and meet with all the filmmakers.
When you met, if the hypothetical meeting, you walk into the banker's office 2 years ago and say, we're putting this TV show together about barns, and it's going to be the best TV show someday, and it's going to be award-winning, they would have laughed you out of the office.
Well, yeah, that's why I didn't go that route, Glenn. I kind of went to the bank with Pamela Kettle and, had a little dialogue going on with myself and said, well, what the heck, let's give it a go. One of my favorite quotes is from Helen Keller, and it says, life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. And I've pretty much lived that way my whole life. And I just thought this was a series that horse people would really embrace and love. And people are really responding. I mean, we're up to over 35,000 followers on Facebook, 2,500 on Instagram. Our Pinterest pages are growing. We now have a YouTube channel. So people are really, really responding.
Well, I think part of it too is, you see all the shows on RFD and they tend to have a model. It's trainers in a round pen, right? And they're really, until Ride TV and you guys and the other shows they have on Ride TV came along, there was nothing really different. It was all training shows, and, you can watch only so many of those in a day, and then you want to be entertained, right?
Exactly.
And that's what it's all about. You want to be entertained. Maybe you learn a little something along the way, but first and foremost, at some point during the day, you want to be entertained. And,
Absolutely.
And that's what you guys do. Ariel, what's been the one shoot that has surprised you the most?
That surprised me. It's probably been when we were in Florida, kind of last minute. I went swimming with a gypsy banner horse out in the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a great swimmer, so I was a little nervous about that one, and so that took me a little bit by surprise. But
well, they have a lot of hair you can grab onto. That's something.
Exactly, yeah. And then the horse, it took care of me. And when I rolled off its back, and it turned around and came back for me, like, oh my gosh, you fell off. Are you okay? So it was such a blast, though. It was completely such a thrill. But yeah, it was a little bit of a shock.
A Christian fall into the water. I mean, you didn't hurt yourself. I wouldn't put you into that many. I've made her do vaulting on a horse, Glenn. Great Appaloosas, because she comes from the hunter jumper world. So it's fun. And what I love about Ariel is that she's just, and Ingrid too, is that they're just willing to get on any horse that I tell them to get on, which is great.
Well, that's what makes the show. If they were saying no all the time, it would be much fun. But I kind of think it's fun putting jumper riders in situations they're not used to, which is anything out of the ring. So it's
there you go. Absolutely.
Well, we did put her back on a hunter jumper when we visited Carriage Hill Farms in Delray Beach, Florida, and she got to train with James Hennessy, who's just one of the top hunter jumper trainers in the country, and we put her on a horse, and she did some riding with Jane, and then we went down and we profiled one of Carriage Hill's star riders, Haley Ionati, at Wellington. So we got to follow her there, and she's now at Auburn on a full ride scholarship for riding, and she's just a terrific, terrific competitor.
Well, Ariel, I got to tell you then, we do a live show, Horses in the Morning, every morning. It's our most popular show. And this morning we had George Morris on for the first time.
Really?
So
wow.
That was interesting. He doesn't do many radio interviews, and we actually got to talk to him a little bit about his life pre-horses and his life in the theater, and he was in the theater for a couple of years in New York.
I did not know that.
Yeah, there was a lot of things in this that nobody knew that we managed to get out of him, and he was an excellent guest. It really ended up turning out well. My co-host Jamie was as nervous. We interviewed Charlie Daniels last week, and we've interviewed some of the top trainers, top people in the horse world, and she was nervous for this one.
I would be too. Yeah,
I think she was pretty, yes, I think she was pretty concerned that he was going to call her names and.
Not even on a horse or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he's kind of all business all the time, but
but you know what? She got him to laugh this morning.
Trainer.
She got him to laugh.
Hey!
So
Well
I think she deserves a gold medal for that one. But, yeah, so it's a lot of fun. And, I know you guys have the same kind of fun we do. We're doing something we love, and you're right. The most fun part we have, I always said if all I had to do was do the talking part of the shows and none of the other stuff, I'd have the best job in the world,
Well, exactly.
Yeah. But you guys, too, it's the same way. Well,
there's another segment. We try to keep our website fairly, interactive with lots of new stuff. So we have a new segment that's coming up on our website in December, and it's called Ask the Barn Expert. And we've partnered with the phenomenal barn architect John Blackburn. from
Oh,
Blackburn
yeah, he's been on our
Architects.
show many times. Yeah.
Yes, well, he just published a book, Healthy Stables,
Yep.
and he's just a preeminent barn builder, and so he's our barn expert. So what we did is we reached out to our social media fans, and we said, "Hey, you got some barn issues? Send them in to us with some pictures." So we got an overwhelming response, and we picked 10 of them. And so once a week, we'll release this barn expert, and that we flew up to Virginia and shot with him, and he gives some really solid advice with some supporting visuals on how people can, fix their barns, their slab problems.
Airflow.
Exactly. And so we're real excited about that. So that'll launch on our website, wildaboutbarns.com, on December 1st, and then there'll be 10 of them, and they'll run once a week. So we're real excited about that as well. And John's just been a great supporter of our show.
Well, you have a great website, too. Thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. Good luck this weekend. We'll be looking for the results.
Well,
Yes,
thank you. We
you're
will
so
absolutely, we will call you and let you know how we did, but go wild about barns.
And what's the website again? Give the website.
Wildaboutbarns.com.
Wildaboutbarns.com, and they are also, you can find ridetv.com. And also, I believe, I'm trying to think of what the Canadian website is.
The Rural Channel, theruralchannel.com.
Theruralchannel.com. Very good. Thanks,
And
guys.
then also we have our Facebook, our Twitter, our Pinterest, and then they can type in Wild About Barns on YouTube, and they can go to our YouTube channel, and you can watch all the segments.
Great. Thanks a bunch.
All right, Glenn. Thank you.
Cut right there. Good job. Perfect.
Okay, awesome. When will that be on?
This will be on Stable Scoop, which comes out on Friday. So I'll send you a link when it comes out, so you'll have it. And then we'll be watching for you this weekend. If it wasn't in New York City, we'd probably go. But it's just so expensive to do the New York City trip that's the reason we haven't gone yet.
Yeah, no, I understand, but believe it or not, I got some really cheap flights, $190 round trip.
The
on
flight's the cheap part. It's the hotels that are the
Wow.
killer.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Of course, the housing kills you, but
That's right. I could fly up there from Orlando for about $100, right? But boy, it's the hotels at $400 a night that.
Yeah. Well, John Blackburn's going to be there, and so we're excited to see him again. And I'm just excited to meet all the artists and stuff up there. There's some really, really good films that are going to be premiering at the festival, so I'm real excited about that. So I'll definitely give you a call.
Do you have the tickets? Have you seen Unbranded yet?
I have not.
Oh, no.
We actually talked to them when they were live on the air, when they were on the trail in Montana someplace when they were doing it. And we're actually going to see it in a couple of weeks. We have our tickets to see. We haven't seen it yet, but all of our listeners that have seen it said it's unbelievable. So if you get a chance, see it on the big screen.
Yeah, that's definitely on my list when we're there, for sure.
I think it's going to be one of the highlights of the show there for sure.
I agree.
Well, have fun in New York, guys.
All right, so
Eat some
thank you
pizza
much
for
the
me.
support. I will.
All right. Take care.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Well, that was fun. I'm so glad that Ride TV has been picked up by Dish Network now, so that, some fun horsey programs getting out there. The Canadians have also started to pick up some of the programs from Ride TV, so I think it's really cool that now Wild About Barns is in front of 4 million people. So good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them. How can we get Stable Scoop on a TV network? But that requires video, doesn't it? And then you and I'd have to look good and put on makeup and stuff. Ugh.
No, that won't work.
That won't work.
No, that won't work.
Well, let's do something. Let's do something instead of
we
that.
can get like fancy people to play us, and then we could
get
just
actors.
do the voiceovers.
We could get actors. Yes.
Yeah.
Brad
if you
Pitt
could pick
could
an
play
actor,
me.
who would you pick? Brad Pitt?
How about McConaughey? He could play me. I'm sexy and debonair. Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, no, I'm just dreaming here. Only now I'm not even close. You could get Jennifer Lawrence.
Yes, you know what? I watched the Hunger Games last night for the first time.
Really?
And she's good. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's hot too. So you got
she's
that going.
Cute, and she's like a normal person. She's just like I like her.
Yeah, if you ever see an interview with her, she is just plain down to earth.
No, I haven't. But,
yeah, you have to watch some interviews with her. She is very down to earth. Yeah, she's cool. And of course, we're so excited because the next Hunger Games movie is coming out this week. So tomorrow, we'll be there this weekend. We'll definitely be there watching it.
Like you're going to the movies to watch
Oh,
it?
yeah. We love Hunger Games. I read all the books and then watched all the movies. So I had read all the books. I was a huge fan. And Jennifer hadn't read the books, but now she's watched the movies and gotten into it that way. But yeah, I was a huge fan. And this is the final in the series. So you're right. You do have to kind of see them in order. They don't make sense if you don't see them in order, in my opinion.
Yeah. So now I'm a little bit excited that I get to see them.
And you can watch all three and then go to the movies.
Oh, you mean for the new one?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So get to it, Helena.
Well, I was excited to see Lenny Kravitz in the movie because I love Lenny Kravitz.
I know, and I don't know the last time I've seen Lenny Kravitz in a movie. So
I know. He hasn't really been in many. But
they've done a good job. I will say this too: the movies have done a good job in replicating the books.
Okay.
Yep. Now the books obviously were more detailed, like always, kind of like the Harry Potter books, but they've done an excellent job. They've really stuck true, and Jennifer Lawrence is exactly what I pictured when I read the books. So she did,
So good casting.
Good casting. Yep.
casting.
And she looks really good in those black outfits, so I'll give her that too. All right.
Well, all right. See, we could go on and talk about
I
movies
know.
all day long.
Coming up next, we have a special fun treat for you. We have two of our auditors, Celeste Coulter and Ruby Kaufman, coming on to play Helena in a game of Thanksgiving trivia, basically because we didn't feel like working any harder than that. So we're just going to have some fun talking about Thanksgiving coming up next week. Well, now, as we said, it is time for a Thanksgiving trivia game because, to be honest, Helene and I were like in holiday mode and didn't really feel like working too hard today. So we have elicited the help of two of our auditors here on the network. We have Celeste with us. Hi, Celeste.
Hi.
And what state are you in, Celeste? Not state of mind. What physical state are you in?
Vacation. No, I'm in Virginia.
Virginia, and you have a brand new baby, right?
Yeah, she's so cute.
Tell everybody real quick about your brand new baby. And we're not talking about a baby. We're talking about a four-legged baby.
Oh, yeah. No, we don't do human babies. She's a little 5-month-old. She's almost 5 months old now. Thoroughbred filly, and she just got to go out with all the boys this past weekend, so she's learning the ropes of being a pasture pony.
Oh, how old did she say? I missed that. She's 3 months old?
5 months.
5 months old. Okay.
And
She's
she's
a
cute as a
baby.
Dickens.
Yeah,
She
no
is.
kidding.
She is so cute. All right, and then competing against you, we have one of our longtime listeners, Ruby, who's from Arizona. Hi, Ruby.
Hi, Glenn.
Shouldn't you be in school today?
I'm homeschooled, so
Oh, okay.
I decided to take a
So
little
you can
break.
say, hey, I'm taking a break to play a trivia game. It's educational.
Yeah.
That's right.
Is actually, this is her recess.
That's what I
This is her
This is
recess time.
That's right, recess.
Yep. Atta girl, Ruby.
Now, Ruby, might be a sensitive subject for you today because we're talking about Thanksgiving trivia, and I know you have birds of all kinds.
Yes, we have tens and tens of birds.
Chickens,
Birds being,
turkeys.
turkeys and chickens.
Okay. Well, we're going to be talking about turkey today, so I don't mean this personally, is what I'm trying to say. So, all right, and I've seen you actually modeling with some of your turkeys and chickens, and they're very cute.
Yeah, I love my feathered babies.
Very cute.
Although they're all going to get eaten at some point in
And
time.
what Helena doesn't know about you, and this is very unusual for a teenager, is you are a bird watcher, serious-like.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
She takes bird watching trips and everything.
That's just like Margaret, our old friend Margaret, who
Oh, was
is
she
a
a bird
serious
watcher?
bird. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And
Yes.
there are not a lot of teenage bird watchers, are there, Ruby?
No, there isn't. Although I did meet a whole bunch of them when I went to a birding camp this past summer. I was so happy. It was like, there's actually people my age who are crazy about this stuff as I am.
Okay.
Oh, how nice.
I'm still
It's-
stuck on the fact that there was a birding camp.
Yes.
There's a camp for everything now, Glenn. If you have a passion, if you love it, there's a camp for it. And that's a good thing.
Yeah, there's actually two different ones. There's one in Colorado and there's one, I don't know, it's somewhere back east. I think in like Pennsylvania or something.
Got it. And I seem to have lost Celeste, so I'm just going to add her back into the conversation here. Well, it's good to have you on here, Ruby. We really appreciate it. Here comes Celeste. We'll add her back in. I don't know what happened.
Alrighty.
Are you back with us,
That's
Celeste?
what happened.
I don't
Yeah.
know. We're just
It's
here
so
talking
weird.
to Ruby, and you're gone. So.
I did. I heard hi, Ruby, and then silence.
Well, we're good to have you back. We'll hope you stay now.
Sorry.
All right, this is how it's going to
Yeah.
work. You three are competing against each other. There's no real prize, although I have been told by a little birdie today in the auditor's room. By the way, we should explain what an auditor is. An auditor is a listener who has generously donated a certain amount of money every month to the Horse Radio Network and our hosts. It can be as little as $1 a month, and we have some auditors giving as much as $25 a month if you like our programming and want to contribute a bit. And part of that, of course, goes to Helena. And we appreciate our auditors. We have about 80 of them now. But there's lots of benefits of being an auditor. Like they have their own room on Facebook, which is very active, isn't it, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all talk
There's
to
all
each
kinds
other.
of stuff.
And we have little offerings that we do just for our auditors. So that's all there. Plus, they get the blooper reels and that
Yeah.
nobody else does, which is, there'll be a new one of that coming out right after the Radiothon. So it's good to have you guys aboard. Now, this is the way it's going to work. I'm going to ask you questions in rotation. And these are all about Thanksgiving. And most of them are multiple choice, so it won't be that hard. So,
Yay.
all right, we'll start with Ruby because she's the youngest here. So we'll start with Ruby. Ruby, the first question is, by the way, if you get it right, you'll hear a bell. And if you get it wrong, you're going to hear the high school basketball buzzer. That one right there. So, God, that brings back memories. Not all of them good. So, Ruby, what state produces the most turkeys for Thanksgiving? And a multiple choice.
Oh, my.
Indiana, Virginia, Arkansas, or Minnesota?
Oh. I'm just Indiana.
Okay, now it's open for the steal now. Do either one of you want to guess? Helena? Celeste?
I'll make a random guess.
Yeah, okay, Celeste.
Arkansas. Dang.
Helena?
Maryland.
Oh, that wasn't even on the list. So you get
It was 2.
you get 2 of those.
Wait, Maryland was not on the list. Repeat
It was
them,
Indiana,
please.
Virginia, Arkansas, or Minnesota. And
Oh, I
actually,
got Virginia and Minnesota mixed up and came up with Maryland. That's how I cook too, you know.
so actually, it was Minnesota produces the most turkeys
That's
for
what I
Thanksgiving.
first thought, but I
Yeah.
went with Indiana.
I should
It's
win
like
because I got the
cold
M
for
state.
birds up
You
there.
got the M right. You're the closest, Helena. That's right.
I'll take
All
it.
right, Helena. By the way, can you keep score? I can't do that. in all
No,
of
I
this.
gotta get. All right, I gotta beat on and keep score. Fine.
Yes.
So I get this one because I got the M state.
No,
So,
right, that was a bad idea having Helena keep score.
wait, so we have Celeste, Ruby, and Helena, and we all have big fat zeros.
Zeros. Yeah, that would be it.
Yep.
Okay.
Big
All
fat
right,
zeros.
Celeste, you're up next.
Okay.
What is the average annual consumption of turkey by Americans? Is it 6 pounds, 12 pounds, or 16 pounds?
Like per person?
Per person.
annually?
Average annual consumption of turkey by Americans. Yep, per person.
What are the choices again?
6, 12, or 16. And no Googling.
Oh.
That includes you, Helena.
Nope, I'm not googling.
I thought you meant like on Thanksgiving. I was
No,
like,
no,
holy
just
crap.
For annual. Yep.
Annual. Okay, I'll say 16 annually.
Yay!
Woohoo!
You got that right. It is 16 pounds. That's correct. I think I'm a little short. Do you guys eat 16 pounds of turkey a year?
I'm
Yeah, I eat a
thinking,
lot
like
too.
lunch meats
you?
and stuff.
I
That's
probably eat
counts for a lot,
more
right?
since we raise our own.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
we have.
Yeah.
I eat my neighbor's turkeys.
Do you? With their permission?
They sell them.
Oh, okay.
They
Just
bring
thought I'd
them.
ask. I
Yeah,
could see
these
Helena
turkeys are
out
nice.
there.
What am I gonna do?
Helena out there at 3 a.m. stealing the turkey.
I would. Hey, that is not beyond me.
That's one way to get Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather keep them that way.
I guess
All
I
right.
don't eat a lot of turkey between like Thanksgiving and Christmas. Because we don't eat turkey lunch meat. I think that's a big consumer, right?
yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
that's
even
what
think
I
about
think.
that.
Yeah, I
We eat a
think
lot of that.
Yeah.
that's where it has to come from, I think.
I
Well,
think
all
so,
right.
too.
Now, so we got 1 point there for Celeste. Helena, you are next up.
Okay.
How many questions does the Butterball Turkey Helpline answer each Thanksgiving? And this is multiple choice.
Okay.
25,000, 100,000, or 250,000 questions that they get on the Butterball Turkey line.
I'm going to say 250,000.
I'm sorry. You guys have a guess? Ruby?
What were the options again?
25, 100, or 250,000?
I'm going to say 100. 100,000.
That's correct.
All right.
Now, who was that, Celeste?
Ruby. Yeah, that was
Ruby.
Ruby.
Okay, boy, your voices are a lot alike. All right, so so Ruby gets a point there, and Helena. So it's 1-1, big fat 0 for Helena is what I'm understanding. Yeah.
Told you I was going to lose. That's okay. I'm happy with my role as last.
As the jester of the court, so you're happy.
Yeah, we don't have any responsibilities.
That's
we can
true.
just be as dense as we want to be.
They very seldom ended up in the torture chamber. So, that's good too.
Yep.
All right. Back to Ruby. What percentage of Americans eat turkey on Thanksgiving? What percentage of Americans eat turkey on Thanksgiving? And you have to be within 10%. So I'm looking for a guess.
Oh. What percentage? I'm going to say 70%.
Helena for the steal.
Repeat the question for me.
What percentage of Americans eat turkey on Thanksgiving? And I'll give you within 10%.
Oh, okay, good. Percentage. 65.
Celeste?
I'm going to guess 85.
That is almost exactly right.
Oh, wow.
It's 88%. Yep.
Wow.
And 35% of people make hams also. So there's a certain percentage, I guess, that have both. Are you guys turkey or ham, Celeste?
We usually have some of both.
Yeah. And Ruby, you just have turkey because you don't grow pigs?
No pigs.
Okay,
Just
there we
turkey.
go. And Helena, we already know she steals them from the neighbors. So there we go.
I'm Italian. We also have lasagna.
Oh, you know. I heard that Italians have turkey, ham, and lasagna. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes.
No, we have ham at Christmas and Easter, or sometimes beef at Christmas. But it's usually turkey and then, some kind of pasta or macaroni with cheese dish.
Oh, I got to tell you guys, too.
I'm hungry now.
Helena can make really good lasagna and pasta. She's a good lasagna pasta maker, too.
Yeah.
And
if you follow the Healing the Hungry Soul segment that we're having on Stable Scoop, we're going to come out with a new recipe that is super healthy and super Italian. We just discovered
Don't the Italian do that fishes thing night before one of the holidays, too?
That's Christmas, the Feast of Seven Fishes.
Do you do that with all the icky fishes?
Christmas Eve. Yep.
What is it exactly?
Well, traditionally, you're not supposed to eat meat before like the high holy days and stuff like that. And Fridays, if you're whatever. I stopped paying attention in middle school. So you have 7 different kinds of fishes on Christmas Eve. And it could be, and it varies from family to family, but you usually have like a whitefish and then shellfish. And we have like squid and sometimes a dark fish. Like we're starting to introduce some other darker fishes like tuna or what do you call it? Swordfish.
Huh.
Yeah. It's a big, the Feast of Seven Fishes.
It's very
That's
salty.
interesting. I've not heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun because it's, you do it like a buffet style, so if you're a little Italian grandmother who's got to feed everybody, it's much easier to do it this way because then the next day on Christmas Day, you're serving a 12-course Italian meal for like 50 people.
Oh my God.
Did they have clam sauce over pasta too, I assume?
No.
No.
No. Well, here, okay, wait. Let me just say, we do sometimes have like mussels fra diavolo. So you have like a mussel sauce. So it is, like a red sauce over mussels, but not over clams.
Oh, okay. All right.
At least not in my family.
Okay. So what's the score, Helena?
It is Celeste 2, Ruby 1, and me 0.
I just wanted to hear her say that again.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's up next? I lost track now.
I think it's Celeste.
Me.
Oh, Selena?
I think it's me.
Oh, Celeste? Okay.
Celeste. Okay.
So, Celeste, the number of calories the average American consumes on Thanksgiving. Multiple choice.
Oh, this is a good one.
2,400, 4,500, or 5,400?
I would totally go with 5,400. Oh,
That's
wow.
incorrect. Helena for the steal.
Yeah. What was the middle one?
4,500?
4,500.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
You get a point. Yay! 4,500 calories on Thanksgiving Day.
That's tough.
Oh, geez.
That's the average.
That's the average, right? I mean, some people eat more.
Yeah.
So now,
One piece of pie and you're all done.
Ruby's question ties into that. Are you ready, Ruby? Or no,
Yeah.
this would be Helena. This would be Helena's question.
Yeah, it's Helena.
Yep. So, Helena, this ties into that. How many slices of pumpkin pie does it take to equal 4,500 calories? 6, 10, 14, or 30?
How many slices of pumpkin pie does it take to equal 4,500
Yeah,
calories?
so like if you were going to get all your calories from pumpkin pie that day
Yep.
on Thanksgiving,
Okay.
would it be 6, 10, 14, or 30?
10.
Oh, that's incorrect.
What?
That's incorrect. All right, so we'd go back to Ruby for the steal.
Was one of the options 14?
6, 10,
something?
14, and 30.
I'm going to go with 14.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, 14. 14 is the answer. But it only takes 14 slices to make, well, I guess that's a lot of slices of pumpkin pie.
It is a lot
Yeah.
of slices of pumpkin pie.
like
That's
two
like a
pies.
pie and a half.
Yeah,
isn't it?
exactly.
I figured 450, right?
I guess it
10.
depends whether you put whipped cream on top, like piled to the ceiling, too. Yeah, right?
Yeah, and how much sugar you use.
Jennifer makes the best pumpkin pie. She's really good at pumpkin pie.
I love pumpkin pie. I love
I like
pecan
apple pie
pie.
better.
Do you?
Ooh, apple pie too. Yeah.
Well, that ties in to our next question, which I think goes to Ruby, right? Yes, because we just had Helena, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
don't know.
Ruby, that ties directly into our next question. Name the three most popular pies for Thanksgiving.
Apple pie, pumpkin pie, and pecan pie.
That is incorrect. Celeste, do you want to try?
Let's go with the pie they have.
See, the third one is going to be the hard part because I'm sure it is apple and pumpkin, but I'm trying to think of what the last one would be. Oh man, this is hard.
Celeste didn't know she
All right,
signed
does
up for a
it
hard.
has to be a pie.
Yes, the most popular pies for
See,
Thanksgiving.
because we make pumpkin rolls at my house instead of pie.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah,
I love pumpkin rolls.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, I'm just gonna guess a random strawberry pie. I don't know.
Helena,
Pecan pie.
pecans on the list. What are the other two?
Oh, you're looking for the
The
top,
top
three.
three,
See
yeah.
how easy
Oh,
the top three would be. Yeah, so apple, pumpkin, and pecan.
Nope, that's incorrect.
What?
You guys are going to be surprised.
That's a Ruby guess, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right, and it's wrong. The actual answer is pumpkin first at 57%, pecan at
Wow.
14%, and sweet potato pies at 9%. Apples,
Oh,
Apple is
my
only-
gosh.
Potato pie.
before.
apple is only 5%. Believe it or not.
What?
I know.
No,
that's what I said.
rigged.
I like
That's
apple.
great.
pie.
I feel like
Never,
pumpkin
ever
and
had
sweet
sweet
potato
potato
pie are
pie
the
my
same
entire life.
thing.
This is a dumb test.
Did you expect
I wanna
anything
recount.
different, Helena?
Yeah, I put it together.
Fair
What
enough.
do you
Thank
want?
you.
What do you? All right, Celeste is
Right,
up
so
next.
What's the score? 2, 1, and 1.
Okay.
Still,
2, 1, and 1.
Right.
All right.
I don't know.
right? Well, let's just make up scores. Let's do 3, 2, and 1.
Celeste, what is the average
Okay.
number of hours spent cooking for Thanksgiving?
Oh. The average number. Do I have a time range or I have to hit it spot on?
Spot on.
Okay.
And I guess
I'm gonna
this
guess.
there's a different answer for Italians, I think.
I'm gonna guess 10 hours.
Oh, that's wrong, but you're close. You're close, Helena.
6 hours.
So close, Ruby.
9 hours.
You're all incorrect. It's 7 hours is the average number spent cooking. Now, Italians would probably be, 30?
Yeah, we start cooking at Easter for Thanksgiving.
Now, this goes to you. I saved this one for you, Helena, because you are a New Yorker. This question is for you. When was the first Macy's Day Parade? And I have multiple choice for you. 1902, 1924, or 1949?
1949.
Oh, Helena. You're killing me here.
I told you I was going to lose.
Confidently, too.
Yes, she did, like with authority.
I'm trying to fake him out. What part of I'm going to lose don't you understand?
It was 1924 was the
I have a genius
correct
IQ, but I suck at tests.
1924. Did you ever get to go to Macy's Day when you lived there?
Nope, I have never been to a Macy's Day Parade.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Nope.
Interesting.
Never.
Well,
We tend to stay away. You know what it is? You stay away from the city when they have those big events because everybody who's not from the city comes to them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It becomes crazy.
It's tourist
so.
day.
Yeah. So my family never did those things.
Do you still go back to New York for Christmas time though? Is it a favorite time to visit the city?
Well, most of my family's spread out now. We're going back for Thanksgiving.
Are you?
Yeah. But you know what? I do like to go down to the city for a couple times a year for just stuff, go shopping or to eat or see a play, something like that as a tourist. It's nice to be a tourist now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm not an angry New Yorker anymore.
She's an angry New Englander now. There's a difference.
That's a Yankee, specifically a swamp Yankee. But no, I'm not. I'm neither of those things. I'm a transplant, so I get the benefit of being nothing.
All right, so let's head over to who's next? Ruby?
I believe it's me, Ruby.
Yep. Okay.
Ruby, okay.
How many people watch the Macy's Parade on TV every year? 50 million, 75 million, or 100 million plus?
50 million.
That is correct. Ruby, you're kicking butt here. Ruby's kicking butt. Another one right. She's leading the way today. Okay, Celeste, all right, I did that one already. How about this? How many towns in America have turkey in their name? It is part of the name of the town.
Like Turkey Town, USA?
Yeah, that's correct. It's like that. Is it 4,
God.
6, or 10?
6.
Incorrect. So,
one was enough, Glenn. God.
Helena, what do you think? 4, 6, or 10? And catch up
6.
here.
Well,
No,
don't pick
sorry.
6, Helena.
No,
I
I know.
just got
That's what I was saying. See, my mouth and my brain don't work together. I was like, she just said 6, so I'm going to say 4.
Yes! Helena gets a point. And they are Turkey Creek Village, Louisiana, Turkey Creek, Arizona,
Oh,
Turkey City, Texas, and Turkey Town, North Carolina. How would you like to live in Turkey Town?
to go to Turkey Town, North Carolina. I want to go. I'm going to Google that right now.
That'd be a fun one. Turkey
All
Town.
I can
They do in
imagine
Turkey
is
Town.
turkeys running around everywhere.
What do you think they do there?
I don't know. Turkey Town.
They watch
North
turkey
Carolina.
movies? Movie? Let's
So
see.
now we're heading over to Celeste, right?
Yeah.
Yep. How many fires occur every year cooking Thanksgiving dinner in America? 10, 69, or 123?
123.
What do you guys think? Do anybody have a guess?
What were the options?
10,
Yeah.
69, or 123?
69, I think.
Correct. 69 is right. Do you think that's
was that?
gone up in
Louie's on a
recent?
roll.
Do you think with fried turkeys that's gone up a lot in recent years?
That's what I
Yeah.
thought. That's what I thought for sure.
Yeah, because you see all those videos on YouTube of people burning the house down with their fried turkey, right?
Well,
You
didn't you
I've
almost
had
do
fried
it one year, Glenn?
I almost did that one year. Yes, I almost did. I love frying turkeys, and we had the turkey fryer going. What I didn't realize, and this was in my brother-in-law's garage, we were doing this.
Oh my God.
We sure in the garage.
We stuck the turkey in. The temperature was correct. But when you put the turkey in, you have to pull the thermometer out of the oil and then put it back in. What we didn't realize was that the thermometer went into the turkey. So what it was registering was not the oil temperature, but the inside of the turkey temperature.
Oh boy.
So when we went out to check on the turkey a little bit later, there was smoke everywhere. It was this billowing
geez.
smoke coming out, and we finally realized what happened. We pulled the turkey out, and the temperature of the oil was at 525 degrees. It bursts into flame at 540.
Oh my God.
So we were 20 degrees away from burning the house down. So, yeah.
Wow.
We saved the turkey.
And
Happy
that is why I don't fry
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no kidding. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
They never let us fry a turkey there again, by the way.
All right, I got to stop you, Glenn.
turkey.
Yes.
Hold
I
on a minute.
wonder.
Who was the last person that got the point? Was it Ruby?
Yes, Ruby.
It was me.
Okay.
Yes, Ruby.
I'm trying to do my job here. You're talking about burning your house down.
How burnt
So be
was the
careful.
turkey?
It wasn't that bad. We were able to save the turkey. It actually needed to be cooked some more, but the skin was really crispy, which is good anyway, right? So,
Oh my gosh.
all right. We are heading off to who next?
I think it's Helena.
Helena.
Yeah.
Helena's going to hate this one. She hated the pie question. She's going to really hate this. Name the top 3 most popular side dishes.
Oh. Well,
You know the top 2. They're easy.
I don't know the top 2. I only know mashed potatoes.
There. That's number 1. Ding, 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 ding.
And then the next one,
Oh, come on. This is easy.
mashed potatoes. I guess, I mean, we have sweet potatoes. Maybe that's why sweet potato pie was such a big player in the pie portion of this
For
test.
some reason.
Yeah.
Is
Maybe
that
sweet
is that your
potatoes?
final answer?
No, there's 3, you said,
Yes,
right?
Yes. And I said
Um,
mashed potatoes is number 1, which everybody would have guessed.
Yeah.
Well, oh, sure. Take away from me the one thing I get right. Everybody work on it. So Helena has to get. Okay, so I'm going to say mashed potatoes, green beans, and and cranberry sauce. Does that count as a side?
You got
What?
2 of the 3 right. You got mashed potatoes and green beans. Tell her what she missed,
knew it.
guys.
Stuffing.
I think
Stuffing. Exactly
Yeah.
right.
Stuffing is not a side.
It
and
is
that
a
goes
side.
with the turkey. No, it's not. It goes inside the bird's
side.
belly.
Should we
Oh,
give it to her
man.
because sweet potatoes was number 4? That was number 4.
that's close.
Yeah.
Dude, stuffing is stuffing because it goes in the bird. You stuff it in there. It's not on the side. Then that's just called bready goodness with gravy.
I
Do you
love
guys
stuffing
put
so much though?
Oh, you know I do
I
too.
know I do too.
I do too. Let me ask
Yeah.
you guys, do you Jennifer's mom, and I hope she doesn't listen to this. She knows I don't like her stuffing because she puts raisins in it, and I can't stand raisins in this stuffing.
Oh,
Raisins?
Jennifer's had this discussion before.
Oh, I hate raisins in this
See,
stuffing.
I don't. My mother-in-law, she puts cranberries in it, which is better than raisins, but still
Yeah.
not my favorite.
Yeah. Why is
I
it
love
mother-in-laws
cranberries
do
and
that? Why can't
stuffing.
they just leave the stuffing with like onions and celery like it's supposed to be?
Yeah, well, they're good in it.
And then there's some people that put fish in it. I can't do that either.
Oh God, who would do that?
Oh, there are.
Jeez.
Helena, did the Italians put any seafood in it?
No,
Okay.
we do celery, and it's actually pretty basic. No,
Yeah.
there's nothing.
Nothing
The
exotic.
gravy is good though. I'll tell you, the gravy is good that you put on.
Stuffing
No,
is
sometimes-
seriously
wait,
the one thing I look
sometimes-
forward to every Thanksgiving.
Mm.
Yeah, because stuffing is one of those things, unless you're doing stovetop, you don't do stuffing any other time of the year, right?
That's
Yeah.
true.
You're
Yeah,
not making
no,
homemade
But I
stuffing.
don't know why not.
I don't
It's
either. It's
So
good.
delicious.
Yeah.
It
I
should
do
be an
ask my
every
mom on
Friday night dish.
occasion to make it.
Do you know
some other times of the year.
the one year we did a Paula Deen Thanksgiving? And we took all of her recipes, and one of the recipes was deep fried stuffing. So you made the stuffing the traditional way, and then you battered it and deep fried it.
Oh, man.
So like that.
Can't decide if that's great or horrible.
It was actually really, really good. It was really, really good. I got to tell you, it was good. Just saying. But anyway, the top side dishes: mashed potatoes, stuffing, green beans, sweet potatoes, butternut squash. Ugh.
Oh, I love butternut squash.
Number 6, I can't believe. I want to know if anybody here eats this at Thanksgiving. Brussels sprouts.
Love Brussels sprouts.
Really?
Yeah. Our family always does Brussels sprouts.
You guys are all sick.
And all that goodness.
Brussels sprouts are gross.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with
I
you.
didn't say I liked them, but we do always have them.
I love them. I love them. I used to think they were gross, but then Buck showed me how to saute them in a pan, like a big frying pan, and they get all toasty and crispy. And I've changed my ways.
I don't know. It's something about the texture of like tiny cabbage heads that I just can't get over.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you. And it's very bitter.
Yeah, they get stuck in my teeth too.
Oh, you guys are a bunch of whining babies.
Onions, carrots, beets, and broccoli round out the top 10.
Onions. Bleh.
Yeah.
Onions.
Onions are awesome.
Wait, who eats like cooked onion as a side?
You know what they do, and this is very popular in certain parts of the country, is they use those little tiny onions, the little canned things.
Oh, yeah. What are they? There's a name for them.
Yeah, there's a name for them, and I can't think of what it is, but yeah, they cook those. I can't stand them. But
then
people
they
eat 'em.
may as well do Brussels sprouts because that's practically the same thing. They're
You're
baby
right.
food.
They are in the same
Baby
family,
foods.
I think. You're
Right.
right. You're right. Okay, we'll just do one final question here, and we'll see who can get the closest, all right? And I think Ruby's got it wrapped up here anyway. But
Yeah, I think Ruby's won.
how many cranberries do you find in a can of cranberry sauce? And now we're talking the jellied cans, which, in my opinion, is the only kind of cranberry sauce. But
That's gross cranberry sauce.
oh, that's the only
Oh,
kind.
Cranberry
You gotta
sauce
have
and
homemade.
cranberry sauce in it, unless it looks like the can that it came out of.
That's right. If it's got stuff and chunks in it, ugh. My mom used to make both, and she always wondered why she was the only one out of our entire family that ate the chunky kind. We just always ate the non-chunky kind. I'm making the chunky cranberry sauce sound real appealing, aren't I, Helena? So how many cranberries do you find a can of cranberry sauce? Anybody have a guess? I'll give it to you within
about
20.
1,500.
Way high.
Whoa,
Okay.
I was going to guess about 150.
You're close, Helena.
I'm going to say 180.
Yep, Helena, you get it.
Oh,
It was 200, so you were really close. You were really
Okay.
close. Yep.
Okay,
Well,
so was way off then.
opened a bag of cranberries yesterday and I make cranberry relish, which is really good.
good.
Yeah, I take a bag of cranberries and an orange and half a cup of sugar, and I put it in the blender, and you blend it up. Sometimes I put a splash of
oh my
orange
God, that
juice.
sounds delicious.
It is
Yeah.
so good. It's so good. But the bag, I can't say I counted the number, but I eyeballed it and it looked about 180. So
There you go. I do have a question before we let you guys go. Thank you so much for playing today. It was a lot of fun. I have a question
fun.
for our turkey girl, Ruby. Ruby, I saw a thing that was a true or false question. Turkeys can drown if they look up in the rain. Is that true?
I don't think that's true, but I will tell you, you cannot have turkeys and ducks together because ducks, they need a pool of water.
Yeah.
And my dad learned that lesson because the turkeys, they can drown themselves in the duck water because they don't know how to stand up. So there is an element of truth to that. But
So what you're
They
saying
can't
is
exactly
turkeys on the intelligence scale are not real high?
no, not really. But we've kind of dumbed them down with domestication and all that. The wild turkeys are actually kind of smart.
Okay, got it. All right. Good.
but a lot smaller.
There's a lot of humans that have been dumbed down with domestication too. So I get it. Well, thank you guys so much for playing, and thank you for being auditors. We really appreciate it. And I noticed that you both, Ruby, your dad broke your 8 Horse Radio Network mug.
Yeah.
And Celeste, I don't know what you did with yours, but...
I won one time, and I told you I don't drink coffee, so I talked you into giving me a saddle pad instead.
Well, we'll make sure you both get mugs for playing today.
Oh, yay!
So you'll have your Horse Radio Network mugs. Thank you, guys.
That's fun.
Well, Helena, that's it for this week. Where can people find you?
You can find me working hard at sparkleandboom.com. We are where we're doing creative marketing services for small businesses.
Thank you, too. Helena has done almost all the graphics and press releases for the Radiothon. So when you go to the website, you're going to see her work, and she does a great job. So if you need anything, any help with your business whatsoever that involves online anything, just contact Helena and the gang over there. SparkleandBoom.com. And, of course, you can find Stable Scoop at stablescoop.com, and our recorded version of our shows you can always find on our app at iOS or Android. Just search for Horse Radio Network. It's free, and it's easy. It's the simplest way to pay attention to our shows. Be sure to check out all the shows on the Horse Radio Network. So we got now 9 of them. So 9 of them now. We're going to be adding a couple more, too, in the first of the year, so stay tuned. That's it for this week, Helena.
That was plenty. There will be more next week. Until then, happy scooping.